kind of mechanism in order to produce the qualified graduate. So this is very important that we have to discuss, and among our team, as you as well, we have discussed a lot about this, and it ends up at the education reform the teaching system, and reform all mechanism involve the quality teaching. Eventually, we found that there is a very, very good teaching system in the world. They call the United Kingdom Professional Standard Framework, which initiated by the Advanced Higher Education from the United Kingdom. And if you remember, we have discussed about this case a lot, and then we decided to send you to UK, right, to learn about this system. And when you come back, we have discussed a lot, and we decide we will adopt this system. So you can tell our colleagues.
Yes, indeed. There was a very bold decision by the president when Prof. Sombat decided that we must be serious about reforming teaching and learning practice at this university. It was bold because, first of all, it was against common practices in the country, and secondly, we had to spend quite a bit of money for the training programs. We engaged trainers from the UK, from advanced higher education. But it was necessary, it was necessary, absolutely important that that decision made. And it has been very successful because we, on the part of the teachers, I think we have changed the culture of teaching. And on the part of students, I think we have changed the culture of learning. So teaching and learning go together in complete reform teaching and learning, which, among other things, when it comes to teaching and learning reform, basically some of the key things include reduction of large class sizes down to small class sizes, emphasizing close contact between students and teachers, using basically what is known around the world mainly as formative assessment, meaning teachers will have to make sure that what they have taught students are learned. Students can learn what exactly that teachers want them to learn.
So, Vice President, I think what we have done in the past, and I think most of us can remember it's very, very like it cannot go away from our thought, right? The most difficult task of this policy is how to convince the lecturer to be trained of using this UKPSF system. Could you tell a little bit about your experience to convince our faculty members to be trained?
It was very difficult indeed to, it was new thing. People, obviously, people were quite unfamiliar with the system, and people were not sure what they were getting into. So I think it was the president, Prof. Sombat, on way. I mean, it was his drive. It was his determination to get everybody to first of all to understand the importance of reforming teaching, I think the word the president used was we all have to be professional. After all, we are teacher, we have to be professional teacher. And as in other professions, learning new ways of doing things, training or retraining ourselves is really part of that. And the president has many, basically it boils down to the simple fact that in the end it benefits them. The fact that now we have achieved over 90% of fellowships. Staff have applied for HEA fellowship, and more than over 90% of staff have passed, have received the fellowship. It's very important incentives because HEA fellowship is recognized internationally. So when people realize that there is a great reward of being trained in this professional teaching, there is a reward in if I may put it this way, being a good teacher, then everybody kind of jump on the bandwagon and turn everything around. Now, as I said before, it has changed the culture of teaching. People now talk about the importance of being a good teacher, the importance of imparting, knowledge onto students, the importance of relearning all the time about methods of good teachings and all that. So I think that's but it was very important. The president himself decided that this was his main task of changing this university, among other things. So that was, it must be coming from the top, as people say, in order to get things done at different levels. So if number one were half-hearted about it, then it would have been very difficult.